Roach has become one of the most iconic characters in The Witcher 3, not so much for her personality, but rather for her finicky movements and unpredictable behaviors. Regardless of her strange quirks, however, Roach has always been a loyal companion, silently observing all of Geralt's crazy adventures. We've all wondered what it would be like to have a conversation with our own pets, and what they might say about our actions in return. And while I was wandering through northern Toussaint, I stumbled upon a quest called Equine Phantoms, where Geralt is given the rare chance to experience just that. At some old elven ruins, Geralt finds a hermit who's being tormented by an invisible phantom who appears as a horse, and being the nice witcher that he is, Geralt agrees to help her with her spectral problem. But after a bit of herbal encouragement needed to track down the phantom, Geralt is able to communicate with Roach in ways that he never thought possible. Their dialogue throughout the quest is actually pretty hilarious, so I'm just going to let this quest play out so that you can experience their funny interactions without interruption. This is definitely one of my favorite Blood and Wine quests so far, and I hope you guys get a kick out of it as much as I did. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you at the end of the video.
If I start muttering something about unicorns or sorceresses, ignore it. See no wraith.
Wow, this clover's amazing. Now that's what I call a bouquet.
Who said that?
Oh, you're awake. Had me worried. You were out way too long. Even considered giving you some white honey. Kinda hard to do with hooves, though.
Roach? Your voice, it's, interesting. Gotta say, I expected a young mare to sound, girlish.
Based on what? Your vast experience with talking animals? As far as I know, I'm your first.
Good point. Must be the brew that did this. Interesting side effect.
Great, isn't it? You should take this stuff more often. Got so many pointers I could give you.
Can't, sadly. Drinking this too often could prove fatal. Hey, know how you always show up when I whistle? How's that work exactly?
Well, you're my human. Gotta be there when you need me. Yes, I'll be there for you, ooh, as the world falls down.
Still kinda strange. How you cross the ocean when I call sometimes, but then get hung up on the tiniest fence. What's that about?
What can I say? Everyone's got limits.
Listen, got this contract I need to finish before the brew wears off.
Right. Monster won't slay itself. Let me see. First up, I need to know what we're dealing with. Follow me, and try not to trample any plants or small animals. Geralt, we gotta inspect this area closely. I'll look for clues. You stand there and... well, just stand.
Right.
Will you look at that?
Don't see anything here.
These are hoof prints. Not just any old horses either. These were left by an astral being. Otherworldly. We gotta follow them.
Dead moths often mean a phantom's nearby.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. Now, what about the smell? Same whiff I caught at the cemetery in Vizima when we were hunting ghouls. The smell of death.
Smells normal to me. Not taking me for a ride, are you?
Seriously? All right. Now I know what we're up against. Right, Geralt. Let's sum up what we know so far.
We're dealing with some kind of wraith or phantom, most likely. It visits the hermit at night, drinks her blood. Even if we manage to find it, I've got no idea how I could possibly fight it.
Geralt, please, I got this. It's definitely an Umbra, an immaterial wraith. This one's assumed the form of a horse.
An Umbra actually makes sense. Umbrae are completely invisible, even to Witchers. But how can you be sure?
Because it's not invisible to me, Doofus. It's right over there. It's getting away! Come on, Witcher! Hop in the saddle! Gotta catch it! There's the Umbra! Let's go, Geralt! After it! Hey! Gotta save my strength a bit. No telling how long we're gonna need to keep running. Geralt, we gotta have a man-to-horse talk. No offense, but your riding skills, they leave a bit to be desired, buddy. You'd really do me a solid if you could, apply a slightly surer hand. Be a little more decisive about where you want me to go. Sometimes I got no idea, buddy. Do I go left, right, toward where I'm standing?
Yeah, and it'd be great if you could respond more fluidly to my commands.
Hey, heard this one? Horse walks into a tavern, and the innkeeper says, "Hey, pal, why the long face?" Ha! Let's not lose sight of that Umbra. Can you see it now?
Yeah, it's right there. Run, Roach.
What the fuck do you think I'm doing?
As long as we're being candid, I gotta ask. Why do you sometimes buck me off in the middle of a fight?
First I've heard. Don't recall that ever happening.
Of course you don't.
Melted into thin air. Oh, fuck! Geralt, watch out! Good gods! Which were the overgrown demon cats? Some kind of glowy magic thing going on with this tombstone. We should check it out.
Marcello Clerici. Night. Died last year. Was more or less the same age as our hermit. Seems his spirit's become a horse-shaped umbra that's tormenting Penastri.
Why are you telling me this? I can read and draw my own conclusions.
Thinking aloud, that's all. Helps me focus.
Geralt! It's the Umbra! Attack!
Let me explain!
Talk, but make it fast. Why are you tormenting the hermit?
She torments me! Refuses to forgive me! I'm denied peace in the afterlife, and it's all her doing! Each day I come and beg her for clemency.
Beg her for clemency? You drink her blood, drive her mad with fear.
I don't know how to explain it, but yes! A monstrous force takes me. Though I also know I'll not have peace till the day Penastri forgives me.
You and the hermit, how do you know each other?
We met as babes, grew up side by side. I loved her. Yet she was always sad. Nothing could cheer her. The world terrified her. I thought her gloom came from being poor. So I did my damnedest to take us from our village, make us a better life elsewhere. Became a squire, took her with me to the palace. But Penastri soon learned nobles are no more decent than peasants, not a speck. Once even I'd grown vile to her eyes, she fled the palace and joined the flagellants. I left the court to be near her, yet she cast me off. Said she didn't want to know me. When the whip bearers proved too hard-hearted for her too, she became a hermit. I see it clearly now, though I never understood her while alive. From the grave's dark depth, the living are bright, sharp flares. You see all their thoughts at once. Now I understand why she had to cast me off.
She's full of rage. Probably what turned you into an umbra. Why take the form of a horse?
A horse? What do you mean? Each day since I died, a power lifts me from my grave and makes me run. Then I return with blood in my mouth. I don't know what this is, how it comes to pass, but I do know the torment will continue until she forgives me. But she sees me as a horse, you say?
Seems so. Same way I saw you. Must have hurt her something awful if she refuses to forgive you, would rather see you suffer. What did you do?
To her? Nothing. But my horse, I flogged it to death. Penastri, she saw this. Proud stallion, my Blaze. But he was a bucker, and tossed me during a tourney. One I'd wanted to win badly. Penastri had been so glad they'd let me stand. Me, a peasant's son. I wanted to win it for her. But that horse made me lose. Rage overcame me. I struck and struck until at last he fell. Oh, the regret. I beg you forgive me. Absolve me in Blaze's very name.
Anyone who flogs a horse to death on account of some silly tourney deserves a fate this bad.
Let's kick his astral ass, Geralt. For Blaze!
Poor hermit. Won't let you torment her again.
I did what I had to do.
Right. Agreed. Let's head back to the hermits. Drove off the Phantom, but it'll be back sooner or later. It'll keep coming till you forgive Marcello his deed. It's his spectre that torments you.
I will never forgive him. Never. Petty rage drove him to torture that innocent beast to death. He's an evil man who deserves no mercy.
He'll never let you rest if you don't forgive him.
I cannot forgive him. He'll get no pardon from me. If I too must suffer for his sin, so be it. Such is my fate. Yet still I thank you for your help. Knowing the cause grants me some respite. There's that at least. I'm well aware witchers work for hire, for pay. But I've no coin, alas. I can offer only this.
Potatoes.
A good crop this year. Exceptional.
Don't want to forgive him? Don't have to. But if that's the case, draw salt lines along your threshold, on your windowsills. Might keep him out.
Gotta admit, easy peasy with our powers combined. So, what now? We hit the path? Right to the nearest notice board? Rustle up another contract?
Exactly. No, effects of the bruise waning. I can feel it. Won't be able to understand you soon.
That's horseshit. I mean, I got so much more I want to tell you, and...
Clever beasts, horses. Farewell, Witcher.
Alright you guys, that does it for the Equine Phantoms quest in The Witcher 3, and this was definitely one of the more memorable quests in the Blood and Wine expansion. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this quest, and if you would have had mercy on the ghost or not. And if you're looking forward to more Blood and Wine videos, I've got more of them on the way, slowly but surely, so make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all of my uploads. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys at the next video.